Hello students, welcome to MemoNet. I am Sakti Swarup, teacher of MemoNet. Till yet what we have completed? We have completed electrostats, then basic mathematics, then unit and dimensions, and also the vectors. Okay, this is till the BPT 3. Then for the BPT 4 we have completed kinematics and work energy power, and BPT 5 we have done current electricity. Okay, so now what I want that to on the recent chapters, that is on kinematics, work energy power and current electricity, I will be disclosing some videos. Before that I want you should solve some questions beforehand. Okay, after that you have to come here in my video and attend some questions. I will answer those questions simultaneously. Okay, let's see for how much of you are doing correct it or not. Okay, so these lectures will be based the current electricity and kinematics and work-wear energy. This will be based on the problem solving part. Okay, and for the electrostats and the previous chapters, I will do one-shot videos through which you can revise the formula and go for the question. And if you have any doubt, you can ask me on the Telegram or in the support group of MemoNet, wherever you can ask. Okay, so what I want particularly now, I want that you should do with a PYQ. If you have not done till yet the PYQs, this is the best time you can go for the PYQ. And this is the time, if you have any backlogs remaining, you can cover that. Okay, so let's start our this revision session, that is current electricity. So our first question, that is current in a conductor varies with time t is equals to time t is I is equals to 2t plus 3t square. Okay, where I is in the ampere and t is in second. Electric charge flowing through the section of conductor during t is equals to 2 second to t is equals to 3 second. So before that I want to know the key concept of this question. Key concept. Okay, so how we will solve this question? We know that I is equals to dq upon dt, that is current is equals to dq upon dt. dq is the charge here, so we can write I dot dt is equals to dq. Okay, so on integrating these two quantities we will get the value of charge. Okay, now let's put it. So I is equals to 2t plus 3t square. Okay, so dq integration 0 to q is equals to integrating I dot dt. It means 2t plus 3t square dot dt. Okay, so this will be equals to 2t square upon 2. On integrating t we will have t square upon 2 plus 3t cube upon 3. So 3 to 3 cancel, 2 to 2 cancel, and our upper and lower limit is we are finding from 2 second to 3 second. 2 second to 3 second. So what we will write? 3 square, it means 9, plus 3 cube, it means 27, minus of 2 square, it is 4, plus 2 cube, it is 8. Okay, it means 9 plus 27 is 36, and this is 12. 36 minus 12 is 24. So 24 coulomb is the answer for this question, that is option 2. Okay, option 2 is the answer here. Then our next question, that is a cross sectional area, it's area. Okay, area of copper wire is 3.3 into 10 to the power minus 6 meter square. The current of 4.2 ampere is flowing through it. The current density in ampere per meter. Okay, so what will be the current density? So the key concept of question will be, let's see the key concept. Okay, we know that current I upon A is equals to current density. Current density, or we can call it the J. J is equals to current upon area of cross section. And we know that current I is equals to NEA VD, where VD is the drift velocity, and then A is the area of cross section, and E is the charge of electron, and then N is the number of electrons per unit volume. Okay, so now let's put the formula and we'll get the answer here, direct formula. Okay, so cross sectional area, it is given as this much, and current is this much, and what will be the current density? So J is equals to current upon I upon cross sectional area, that is equals to 4.2 ampere upon 3 into 10 to the power minus 6. So it will be 1.4 into 10 to the power 6. So the current density will be 1.4 into 10 to the power 6. But here I think I have done here the mistake. The question printing is error. That is, this is not minus. These are all are plus. Okay, or I can write it as like this. Okay, sorry, we can write it as plus. Okay, so our answer will be option D. Okay, that is 1.4 into 10 to the power 6. Let's see this question here. A wire of resistance 0.5 ohm per meter is bent into it is 0.5 ohm per meter. This bent into a form of circle of radius 1 meter. An identical wire is connected across the diameter AB as shown in the figure. The equivalent resistance is. Okay, so let's see the key concept of here. Key concept of question is we know that the resistance is equals to rho into L upon A. Okay, here L is the length and A is the area of cross section, and R is the resistance. And we know that rho is the resistivity, which is equals to 1 upon sigma. Okay, sorry, 1 upon, it is sigma, which is conductivity. 1 upon sigma, it is conductivity. Okay, so let's see this question here. We have 3 sections of wire. This one section, and this is one section. So this section of wire, what is the length of this? It is half circle. It means for the perimeter of the full circle or circumference, you can tell the circumference of the full circle is 2 pi r. So what will be the length? It is pi r. So for 1 meter length, the resistance is ohm. The resistance is 0.5 ohm. 0.5 ohm. So for the pi r meter, we have the resistance as 0.5 into pi r ohm. Okay, so this will be the resistance for pi r meter. So r is given as 1, so I can write it as 0.5 into pi. So this one is this one has the resistance is equals to 0.5 pi ohm. Okay, and when we are talking about when the wire is passing through the diameter, its separation is 2r. Okay, so the length of this wire is 2r. So we have the resistance as, similarly, it is r is equals to 0.5 into 2r. R is given as 1 meter, so I am not taking here. So 0.5 into 2. Then for the lower wire, we have, this is also, the length is pi r or pi, so r is equals to 0.5 pi. Okay, so these three wires are in which condition? Are in parallel condition, as these are meeting at the common point. Let this point is A and this point is B. These three wires are meeting at the common point, that is A and B. So these are in parallel condition. So what I can write, 1 upon R equivalent is equals to 1 upon R1. R1 is 0.5 pi, or I can tell 1 upon 2 pi. So 2 will be 1 upon 2 and here it is pi. Okay, 1 into pi and it is 2 into 1. Okay, so plus 1 upon 2 into 0.5 is 1, plus 1 upon 0.5 pi, it means 1 upon 1 by 2 pi, 1 by 2 pi. Okay, so what will be the if I will solve this, we have 2 plus 2 4 plus pi upon pi. Okay, so this is the pi upon 4 plus pi upon pi. So this is the 1 upon R equivalent. Okay, so R equivalent will be pi upon 4 plus pi. So which will be our answer? Option C is our correct answer. Okay, I hope so you understand this type of questions. Okay, a metal wire of resistance R is cut into 3 equal pieces, then that are connected side by side to form a new wire, the length of which is equal to 1/3 of the original length. Okay, length of which will be equals to 1/3 of the original length, resistance of this new wire. Okay, so we know that resistance, if we look to the key concept here, resistance is equals to R is equals to rho into L by A. It means resistance is directly proportional to length and resistance is inversely proportional to the area of cross section. So as the length will change, the resistance will change. So when we have the length of the wire as L, the resistance is equals to R is equals to rho into L upon A. Okay, so when we are making it 3 equal pieces, okay, that is R is equals to R dash is equals to rho L by 3 A. Okay, so we are making it into 3 equal pieces, so the length will be L upon 3 and that they are connected side by side to form a new wire. So if we look, that is rho L upon A. Okay, this is the value of R. So what will be it, the new resistance, that is R by 3 for the single wire. Okay, and it is told that these single wire are joined side by side. Side by side means these 3 are joined parallel. Okay, side by side means it is joined as parallel. Okay, so if I will join like a parallel here and each having the resistance R upon 3 and here it is R upon 3. So 1 upon R equivalent will be 1 upon R by 3. It means 3 upon R plus 3 upon R plus 3 upon R. So this is equals to 9 upon R. So R equivalent is equals to R upon 9 is our answer. Okay, so which will be the correct answer? Option 3 is our correct answer. So let's see this question. This is one of the important question. Okay, I think it might come in the NEET exam next year. Okay, so masses of 3 wires of same material are in the ratio of 1:2:3 and the length are in the ratio of 3:2:1. Electrical resistance of these wires will be in the ratio of. Okay, so we have the 3 wires of the same material, that is the row will be same. Okay, and they are in the masses are in the ratio, that is m1 is to m2 is to m3 is in the ratio, that is 1:2:3. Okay, and the length L1 is to L2 is to L3 is equals to 3:2:1. Okay, so these are the ratios of masses and length. Okay, so we know that density is equals to mass upon volume. So mass is equals to density into volume, and volume we can write, that is area into length. Okay, we can write it as area into length. Okay, so what you can write, that is for the mass we have density into A1 into L1. Density will not change because these are of the same material. So D into A2 into L2 is to D into A3 into L3 is equals to 1 is to 2 is to 3. Okay, these are the masses. We are writing for the masses. So D cancelled. Okay, as density is same for every material. So A1 L1 is to A2 L2 is to A3 L3 is equals to 1 is to 2 is to 3. Now let's we know that is R is equals to rho into L upon A. Okay, so for the R1 we can write rho into L1 upon A1 is to rho into L2 upon A2 is to rho into L3 upon A3. Okay, भाई इसके बाद हम क्या करेंगे, लेट हम क्या करें, L1 मतलब जो लेंथ है ऊपर और नीचे मतलब न्यूमरेटर और डिनोमिनेटर में मल्टीप्लाई कर देंगे. ओके, लेट्स वी मल्टीप्लाई द numerator again in the numerator and denominator. So this will be L1 square and here it is L1, then L2 square, here it is L2, and L3 square here it is L3. So what we have, that is L1 rho and rho here cancelled because it is resistivity, and resistivity depends upon the material, not upon the length and the area, so we can cancel it. Okay, so as it is of the same material, so L1 square upon A1 L1 is to L2 square upon A2 L2 is to L3 square upon A3 L3. L1 square plus is to L2 square is to L3 square. What it will be? It is length का square कितना हो जाएगा? 9 is to this will be equals to 9 is to 3 square, then 2 square, 4 is to 1. Okay, and this will be divided upon A1 L1 divided upon A1 L1 A2 L2, and this is A3 L3. Okay, and we have here A1 L1 is to A2 L2 is to A3 L3 is equals to 1 is to 2 is to 3. Okay, so if you will take the reciprocal here, okay, what it will be? If you will take the reciprocal here, so it will be 1 upon A1 L1 is to 1 upon A2 L2 is to 1 upon A3 L3. This will be equals to 3 is to 2 is to 1. Okay, so what I can write, 9 into 3 that is 27 is to 4 into 2 that is 8, 4 into 2, sorry, it will be not coming 8, I think so. What I have done mistake here, let's find out. Oh yes, I have done here mistake, that is here it is 1 is to 2 is to 3. If I will reciprocal it, then it will become 1 upon 1 is to 1 upon 2 is to 1 upon 3. Okay, so if I will multiply 3 on the numerator side, okay, on each and every one every single ratios, it will be 3, it will be 3 by 2. Okay, this is 3 by 2 and this will be 1. Okay, so we will have 3 by 2 into 4, 3 by 2 into 4 it is 6 is to 1. Okay, so what will be the ratio? Our correct answer, that is 27 is to 6 is to 1. I hope so you understand this numerical, because this is one of the most typical side, as it have the lot of calculation and lot of arranging here. Okay, if you can't understand, please watch it again, and if you ever face any difficulties, then you can ask me at any point of time. Okay, here let's see this circuit. What will be the equivalent resistance between the A and D? Which point? A point and D point. Okay, so if I will talk here the equivalent resistance, we know that is R equivalent for in series, it is R1 plus R2 plus R3, then R equivalent in parallel, it is equals to 1 upon R equivalent is equals to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3. Okay. So let's see the flow of current here. If the current will flow like this, then here at this point current will divide, and here the current will not go here because it acts as an open circuit. So current will not go here. So current will move in this side. And again, if the current will go will reach at this point, this will tend to divide, but here the current will not go because this will act as an open circuit. So the current will move in this direction. So we will have the circuit like this. This is A, and we have here it is 10 ohm, here it is 10 ohm. Okay, then here it is also 10 ohm, here it is 10 ohm, here it is also 10 ohm, and here at last it is 10 ohm. Okay, and this is point D. This is 10, 10, 10 ohm, 10 ohm, it is 10 ohm, and this is also 10 ohm. Okay, so now let's rearrange. This one is in series, it means it will become 20 ohm. This one will be in series, so this will become 20 ohm. And we know that if both the resistance are equal and they are in parallel, what will be the equivalent resistance? That is half. Okay, if R and R are in parallel, let's say R and R are in parallel, so what I will write, 1 upon R plus 1 upon R, it is equals to 2 upon R. So R equivalent is equals to R by 2. Okay, so it will be half of the resistance. If both the resistance are equal, then these two resistance are 20, 20. These two resistance are 20 ohm. So what will be the equivalent resistance? That is 10 ohm. So how I can now form the circuit? It is 10. Okay, this is 10 ohm. This will be become 10 ohm, and this is also 10 ohm, and this is A point and this is D point. So these three are in series, and the sum of these three will be our equivalent resistance, that is 10 plus 10 plus 10, 30 ohm. So option 3 is our correct answer. So the question is asking here resistance across P and Q in the given figure. Okay, so we have to find out the equivalent resistance across the P and Q. Let's see here the A potential. Here it is A potential. What will be the potential here? It will be same as that of A because there is no resistance to drop any voltage. Okay, so this potential are same, this potential are same. Then let's see here, it is C potential. Let it be C potential, and this will be same as that of C potential because there is no resistance to drop the voltage. Then another, okay, here it is B potential and it is also B potential. Why? The same reason. So how I can draw the or rearrange this setup? I can do like I have a resistor here, okay, and here it is parallel. Here it is parallel. Then I will have here one resistor. Sorry, here it is parallel, and I have another resistor here. Okay, this will be parallel. Okay, if this is R, this is R, this is R, and this is R. So on parallel condition, what it will be? It will be R by 2. Okay, it will be R by 2. If I will take these two resistor, so what will be their equivalent resistance? R by 2, as I said in the previous question. Okay, so how I can draw here? I will just remove this. Okay, and I will just write it as R by 2, R by 2, and this also R by 2. What I have? I have another that is here, it is also R by 2. Okay, and now this will be my final setup where R by 2, R by 2, and this one. Okay, so these two are in series. So it is as these are in series, we can directly add this so that our uh, our setup will be like this. This is point P, this is point Q, and this will be R by 2 plus R by 2, it is R, and it is R by 2. Okay, so this will be our final setup, and these two resistors are in parallel. So how I can write R equivalent is equals to R1 into R2 upon R1 plus R2. Okay, so I can write R into R by 2 upon R plus R by 2. Okay, so this will be equals to R square upon 2 upon 3 R by 2. Okay, so our final answer will be R by 3. So option 1 is the correct answer. Let's see this question here. It says that two cells X and Y are connected to a resistance of 10 ohm as shown in the figure. The terminal voltage of cell Y. Okay, so what do you mean by terminal voltage? Terminal voltage, it is the voltage across a battery when battery is having its internal resistance. Okay, so if I will take battery here, and this is the internal resistance, and here current I is flowing, so what I can write? E minus of I into R. So the terminal voltage is E minus of I R. Okay, so let's see this question. We have the net voltage is 6 plus 4, that is 10 volt. Okay, net voltage, it is equals to net EMF. Okay, let's write it as EMF. Sorry, net EMF is equals to, it is 10 volt, and the internal resistance plus the external resistance we have, that is R plus R net is equals to, it is 2 plus 8, that is 10 plus 10, 20 ohm. Okay, so the current value I is equals to E upon R plus R net, that is equals to 10 upon 20, it is 1 by 2 or 0.5. So what will be the terminal voltage for the cell Y? This is cell Y. Okay, so E is we have 4 minus of I into R. What is the current? Half. What is the resistance here? Into 8. So this is equals to 1 by 2 into 8 is 4. So we will have the terminal voltage as 0. So option 1 is our correct answer. I hope so you understand this very well. Okay, here the question, it is given that 4 resistors are connected in a circuit as shown in the figure. As shown in the figure, the electric current flowing through 4 ohm and 6 ohm resistance respectively will be. Okay, so what I will tell, the concept, key concept, let's discuss about the key concept here. We know that in series current is same. Current is same for resistors. It will not divide. Voltage divides. Voltage divides. Okay, but in parallel, the current divides. Current divides. Okay, and voltage remains same. Voltage remain same. Okay, so let's see this condition. So if I will find out, I have to find out the current here. So for finding the current, we have to find the net resistance. Okay, net resistance R net will be equals to, for these two, what will be the R net? I have told you several times, if both the resistors are same, so what I will take? R by 2. It means 4 and 4 are in parallel, so the equivalent resistance will be 2. And here this equivalent resistance will be 6, 1 by 6 upon 1 by 6, it is 2 by 6, it means 1 upon 3, it is 3. Okay, so R equivalent will be 3. So net R will be 2 plus 3, as these are in series, so 2 plus 3, that is 5. So I is equals to 20 upon 5, it is equals to 4. Okay, so 4 ampere is the current flowing through this, 4 ampere. And when it will reach out at this point, so how it will divide? These two resistance are same, are equal. Okay, so the current will divide in equal proportion. Okay, in this it is 2 ohm, 2 ampere, it is also 2 ampere. Then when it will come here, again it will become 4 ampere. Then again this will divide, that is as the both the resistors are same, they will drop equal voltage. So this will be also 2 ampere, 2 ampere. If this resistor will be of different quantity, if let's say this will be 5 ohm and this will be 6 ohm. Okay, so these, at this condition the current will divide according to the proportion of the voltage, to make the voltage equal, to make the change in the voltage equal. Okay, that is change in the potential in between these two resistors इक्वल होने के लिए वो करंट वैसे डिवाइड होगा. सो व्हाट विल बी द आंसर? 2 एम्पियर एंड 2 एम्पियर इन बोथ 4 ohm and 6 ohm. So option D is our correct answer. Two bulbs 25 watt and 220 volt and 100 watt and 220 volt are connected in series across the 440 volt line. Okay, so we have to determine which bulb will fuse. Okay, so what I can do, I can measure the value of the current passing through the 25 watt. Okay, how much current it can be maximum pass through the 25 watt bulb and 100 watt bulb. Okay, so what I will do, I maximum for 25 watt bulb. So this will be equals to, we know that the power is equals to I square R, or I can write V square upon R. Okay, this is the power. Okay, so let's find out the resistance first. What will the resistance for the 25 watt? R is equals to V square upon P. So 220 into 220 upon the power is 25. Okay, this is R1, which will be equals to nearly 1936 ohm, and R2 is equals to 220 into 220 upon 100. This will be equals to 484 ohm. Okay, this will be equals to 484 ohm. So we know that I is equals to V by R. So what is the potential here across the 25 watt bulb, that is 220 upon R, that is 1936. This will be equals to 0.11 ampere. Okay, and if I will write for the 100 watt bulb, I max for the 100 watt bulb, that is 220 upon 484. This will be equals to 0.48 ampere. Okay, so this much current can pass through the 25 watt bulb and for the 100 watt bulb, but we are connecting them in series. If I will connect them in series, so the R equivalent will be equals to R1 plus R2, which will be equals to 1936 plus 484. So this will be equals to 2400 ohm. Okay, so this one is the net resistance. So I net is equals to 440 upon 2400. So this will come to be 0.18 ampere. Okay, so 440 why I have taken, because we are connecting across the 440 voltage line. Okay, so the current which is coming, that is 0.18 ampere. See, in the 25 watt bulb, how much current it can have the maximum, that is 0.11, but we have normally 0.18 ampere of current. So which bulb will be more affected? That is 25 watt bulb. So our option 2, that is 25 watt bulb will fuse. Okay, but for the 100 watt bulb, it requires up to 0.48 ampere. So it will be not affected. So our correct answer is only 25 watt bulb will fuse. Okay, option B is the correct answer. In this figure, it is given that all bulbs are in the figure below are identical. which bulb will light most brightly. So we know that if the bulb will grow more lightly, it may have resistance either more, or the power here, that is I square into R. So P is depending upon the resistance, or P is depending upon the current. Okay, so when we are talking about this figure, okay, you can see here in the bulb 1, when the current will start, it will get the maximum current, and when it will reach out here, the current is dividing, and again the current will be in a free flow after it is emitting out from the 3, 4 and second bulb. Okay, so current 5 and 1 will have the greater 5 bulb bulb 5 and 1 will get greater current. Okay, greater current or more current than 3, 4 and 2 bulb. So which will grow brighter? That is 1 and 5 bulb will glow brighter. This type of question often comes in the NEET exam. So simple, you have to just look at the question and just have a basic knowledge and apply this. Okay, so regularly be contact and be in a free flow to this type of question. Often it asks, you just have to put your common sense and do the rest. Okay, let's see this question. The energy in kilowatt hour is consumed in operating 50 bulbs for 10 hours per day in a month of 30 days is okay. So before I will go to the question, I just want some discuss about the key points here. Okay, we know that the heating effect of current H is equals to I square R into T. Okay, so here H is what? That is work. It is a type of work it is doing, or energy. Okay, so if I will tell the energy is equals to power into time. Okay, so if I will put the same logic in this question, the energy of in kilowatt hour is consumed. Energy is in kilowatt hour. Okay, so it is consumed operating 50 watt bulbs for 10 50 watt bulbs. We have 10 number of bulbs. So for the energy will be equals to number of appliances into power into time, and it is expressed in kilowatt hour. It means 1 kilowatt. We have 1 kilowatt is equals to 1000 watt. Okay, so 1 watt is equals to 1 upon 1000 kilowatt. So it is 1000 kilowatt. Okay, so it will be equals to number of appliances we have, that is 10, and the power is 50 watt, and then time is 10 hours per day in a month of 30 days. 1 day 10 hour, 1 day 10 hour. So for 30 days, 10 into 30, it means 300 hours. Okay, so that is 300 upon 1000. Okay, so if I will solve this, so this is 0 to 0 cancelled, and here it is answer another 0 cancelled. So 5 into 3 15, into 10 150. So our option 4 is our correct answer. Let's see our last question for today. Two batteries of different EMF internal resistance connected in series with each other and with an external load resistor. The current is 3 ampere. When the polarity of one battery is reversed, the current becomes 1 ampere. the ratio of the EMF of the two batteries. Okay, so let's say we have a battery, two batteries in this setup. Okay, and we have a load resistor here. This is E1, it is E2, and it's the internal resistance R1, R2, and here it is capital R. Okay, so when the battery is reversed, polarity of the battery is reversed, we have here E1, another it is internal resistance. Okay, then the battery polarity is reversed, and we have here. So what I will write for this current for this circuit, we have I is equals to E upon E1 plus E2 upon R plus R1 plus R2. Okay, so what I will write for this circuit, I2 is equals to E1 minus of E2 upon R plus R1 plus R2. Okay, so we have here the I1 upon I2, it is equals to, ratio कितना हो गया है, 3 upon 1 is equals to this. Look at this, this denominator value is equal for both the current, so this will cut down as we are taking the ratio. So what we will write, E1 plus E2 upon E1 minus E2. Okay, so if I will solve this, 3 E1 minus 3 E2 is equals to E1 plus E2. Okay, so by taking E1 to the LHS side, so it is 2 E1, and E2 to the RHS side, we have 4 E2. So what we have to answer, ratio of the EMF, that is E1 upon E2 is equals to 4 upon 2, it is 2:1 is the answer. So option 4 is the correct answer. Okay, so these are type of question, most important type of question I have covered in every ground basis till yet what I have done. Okay, another some parts also remaining for the current electricity, which will be posted up on day after tomorrow. Okay, so I just want to suggest you that if you have any problem solving thing, okay, you can do. Also you should refer to any notes, particularly any notes. But what I will suggest that if you don't have any type of notes, you can go for the MemoNet. Here you have Elite plan, and in the Elite plan, one of the best notes they are preparing for the NEET. Okay, you can get here the previous year questions as mentioned in the notes also. Okay, so go for the questions. You in the Elite plan you can find also the question, the conceptual based question, the formula based question, everything. You can go for it and solve many and many PYQs and ask me the answers. And one thing also I want to tell you that I have completed these videos on the current electricity. I have taken 4 videos, I think so. Then I have conducted quizzes. Then I have conducted also the grant quizzes. If you don't remember that, I have posted some of the questions, and I have given you the video solutions for that. Okay, in the Telegram channel, you can see from there. You will get ample of questions I have done here, because in the videos section, in the lecture section, I have done 30 to 40 questions, and then I am posting the quizzes 20 to 30 questions, and here also I am doing the questions. Okay, it will be I think so 30 to 40, I think 30 questions I will do. So almost 100 questions I am covering from this chapter, from my point of view, from my side, only from the lectures. So you can practice also another 100 200 questions, and you will be thorough in this chapter. Okay, so have a great learning. Goodbye, and make it clearly that you are preparing for BPT 6, and this is the one portion which you can cover your backlogs also. So be clear about that, and work for that, so that you can cover these chapters or topics you have left out. Okay, so have a happy learning. Goodbye. Thank you.